Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajanna Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanna Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Gaura Haribo Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo. Okay, everybody knows me. Not required much. We'll see.
Hare Krishna, little bit. Hare Krishna. So we are very happy to welcome His Grace Kamal Lochan Prabhuji to ISKCON Hyderabad temple. Hare Bol. Prabhuji is born in Mysore in Madhva family
You
in
don't have to do the entire thing.
1973.
Just say I'm Mira
Prabhuji
Road.
is from Mira Road, ISKCON Mira Road, temple president there. And Prabhuji is known for his very wonderful presentation on Shadi Sandarbhas and other very technical philosophical subject matters. Whenever we used to have any Bhakti Shastri and other things, Prabhuji used to be our teacher and teaching those things very elaborately. And also, he is known for answering the questions of youths very to the point and touching to their hearts. Whenever we used to have a Nishta camp, we used to go to Mira Road and Prabhuji used to give us classes. And whenever a devotee used to ask any questions, Prabhuji will be very amazingly answering them. And currently Prabhuji is also regional secretary and also Prabhuji is in a sannyas initiation list. Very soon Prabhuji will be awarded with sannyas. We'd like to welcome Prabhuji to ISKCON Hyderabad temple by loudly chanting once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, Text number 22. Shriyam Anucharit Arucharantim Tat Artinaha Cha Dvipadapatim Vibhudan Cha Yat Swapurnaha Na Bhajati Nijam Bhrityavarga Tantraha Katam Amum Udvishrajet Uman Kritagyaha Shriyam Anucharatim Tadartinascha Shriyam Anucharatim Tadartinascha Dvipadapatim Vibhudam Stayat Swapum Pumpurnaha Dvipadapatim Vibhudam Stayat Swapurnaha न भजति निजभृत्यवर्गतन्त्रः न भजति निजभृत्यवर्गतन्त्रः कथं ममुत्सृजेत् पुमान् कृतज्ञः कथममुत्सृजेत् पुमान् कृतज्ञः श्रियम् अनुचरतीं तदर्थिनश्च श्रियम् अनुचरतीं तदर्थिनश्च द्विपदपतीन् विबुधांश्च यत्स्वपूर्णः द्विपदपतीन् विबुधांश्च यत्स्वपूर्णः न भजति निजभृत्यवर्गतन्त्रः न भजति निजभृत्यवर्गतन्त्रः कथममु विसृजेत् पुमान् कृतज्ञः कथममु विसृजेत् पुमान् सकृत्य कृतज्ञः माताजी's अनुचरतीं तदर्थिनश्च word to word meaning is as follows. Shriyam, the goddess of fortune, Anucharatim, who follows him, Tat, of her, Arthinaha, those who aspire to get the favor, Cha, and Dipada Patin, rulers of the human beings, Vibhudan, demigods, Cha, also, Yat, because, Swapurnaha, self sufficient, Na, Bhajati, Na, never, Bhajati, cares for, Nija, own, Bhrityavargaha, on his devotees, Tantraha, dependent, Katam, how, Amum, him, Udvrisjet, can give up, Uman, a person, Kritagyaha, grateful. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is self sufficient, he becomes dependent on his devotees. He does not care for the goddess of fortune, nor for the kings and demigods who are after the favors of the goddess of fortune. He varies that person who is actually grateful and will not worship the Supreme, will not worship the personality of Godhead. Purport. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is worshipped by all materialistic men, including big kings and demigods in heaven. Lakshmi, however, is always after the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he does not require her service. Brahma Samhita says that the Lord is worshipped by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune, but Supreme Lord does not require from any of them because if he so desires, he can produce millions of goddesses of fortune through his spiritual energy, the pleasure potency. This is this very personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, becomes dependent on the devotees. How fortunate then is a devotee who is thus favored by the personality of Godhead. What ungrateful devotee will not worship the Lord and enter into the devotional service? Actually, a devotee cannot forget his obligation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead even for a single moment. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur says that both the Supreme Lord and his devotees are rasagya, full of transcendental humor. The mutual attachment between the Supreme Lord and his devotees is never to be considered material. It always exists as transcendental fact. The 8 types of transcendental ecstasy, known as bhava, anubhava, sthayi bhava, and so on. And these are discussed in the Nectar of Devotion. Those who are aware of the position of the living entity in the Supreme Lord and his devotees in creation and the material energy. Factually, such attachment is natural both for the Supreme Lord and for the devotee, and it cannot be accepted as material. Om Jnanavirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadata Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanakaitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganadalita Shvishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So very happy to be here. Srila Prabhupada's deities. He personally established his deities. One of the 8 deities Srila Prabhupada established in India. And one is in Hyderabad, habits the central point of Hyderabad, Brahmasthana of Hyderabad, the most very expensive place. And the devotees have expanded it like a palace here. I remember I'd come maybe 20 years back here, 22 years back. At that time, it was only a small place here. Just enter here, and now Prabhuji, Anandmai Prabhu, I had met him at that time to take some Telugu books to take to my hometown. So I'm feeling a bit awkward to speak in English here because I am from Andhra. I would have preferred to speak in Telugu. But still, so you have Hyderabad is more a cosmopolitan cosmopolitan place. You have most of the class in English and Hindi also. So let us speak in English only. So it has become a great palace. I'd come just for an overnight stay. I could not realize it is such a purchased all these properties. Definitely, Shriyam Lakshmi is been described here. Her Kripa Kataksha is there. Just buying the land for few crore rupees, like it's like a few rupees. Okay, take few thousand rupees, like a few crore rupees are what are coming here and going. So it shows that bhakti is here. When bhakti is there, Lakshmi comes automatically. So let us go into the subject. As we know, the fourth canto has four pastimes. One is about Daksha, Shiva. Number two is about Dhruva. Number three is about Prithu, Maharaj. Number four is about Prachetas. So these four pastimes indicate four points which are spoken by Kapil Muni to Devayuti, where he says to Devayuti, there are four kinds of devotional service. Devotional service in mode of ignorance, devotional service in mode of passion, devotional service in mode of goodness, and devotional service in mode of in transcendental mode. So among the four, actually devotional service is not in mode of ignorance. The devotee is in mode of ignorance. When he performs devotion, that is called devotional service in mode of ignorance, like Daksha. Daksha is the devotee of Krishna, but his pride made him ignorant of the position of Lord Shiva and offended. So he was thinking, meh, and then what became Bakri. Ultimately, he got a goat's head. So don't say meh. In Hindi, meh means what? I. So ultimately become Bakri, become a goat of talking too much about yourself, projecting yourself too much about yourself. I am that, I am so and so, you don't know who I am. So this ankara makes a person so blind that he offends devotees. Next, Dhruva Maharaj, he performed devotions in mode of passion. But ultimately the Lord gave darshan to him and then brought him to the level of pure devotional service. We understood that it is not by one's own power one can do anything. So Dhruva Maharaj attained Krishna, or he could have darshan of Krishna, not by his tapasya, because of Narada's anugraha. Narada had told Dhruva, you do chant this mantra, then you'll attain Krishna. When Krishna appeared, he wanted to praise Krishna, but he could not. So he could realize by Krishna's mercy, and Krishna touched his cheeks with his shanka. So then Dhruva Maharaj, he realized that I cannot even vibrate my tongue. What to speak of tapasya? What kind of tapasya Dhruva Maharaj did, just imagine. It's Brihat tapasya. Nobody can imagine. But what happened ultimately, he could not vibrate his tongue. He could not speak few words about Krishna. When Krishna touched his cheeks, then immediately he started glorifying Krishna with the realization that it is not me who is glorifying. Krishna is getting glorified through me. Krishna is getting glorified through me. That was Dhruva Maharaj's realization. Yuvanta pravishya mamachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayatya kilad shakti taraswadhamna anyam cha hastacharanam shravanatvagadin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. So he had this realization that you anta pravishya, Krishna entered into my tongue and made the sleeping tongue awake. So then came Prithu Maharaj, who worshipped Krishna in mode of goodness, bhakti in mode of goodness, where he wanted more of uh, the citizens have to be taken care by the will of the Lord. It is only He does it. So after that comes Prachetas. Prachetas perform pure devotional service. Of course, we know the story that how Lord Shiva gave the Rudragit, the mantra to them, and they chanted the mantra, and Krishna appeared, and then all the story goes on. He got married, and then they saw Narada. Narada is instructing Prachetas about pure devotional service by speaking about the glories of Krishna. While speaking about the glories of Krishna, he spoke about Krishna's connection with this world in the previous few verses. Now, Krishna's connection with his devotees, that is spoken in this verse, starting from the previous verse. So, what is the glory of the devotees? That Krishna is dependent on the devotees. That is why this verse says that Nijabhrutya Vargatantraha. Nijabhrutya Vargatantraha. So, Bhritya Varga means who are they? The pure devotees, unalloyed devotees, who are being described in the previous verse, who considers only the Lord as their wealth and he has no other wealth. Those who consider Krishna as their only goal and no other goal. So, those devotees who are pure, Akinchana, Namo Akinchana Vittaya, Nivritta Gunavrittaye, Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalyapate Namaha, Namo Akinchana Vittaya. So, Krishna is the wealth of those who don't have any wealth. Akinchana Vittaya, Nivritta Gunavrittaye. So, even though he is Nivritta Gunavrittaye, though Krishna is Nivritta Gunaha, he has no Gunavrittis in him. He has no influence in the mode of nature. The same thing is spoken here. That is, he is what? He is Atma Rama, Swapurnaha, Yat Sapurnaha. Even though he is Swapurna. So, Swapurna is like a Kakakshinyaya. It applies to both. He rejects, or he doesn't na bhajati, he doesn't care for those who are what? Great kings, who are Dipadapatim. Dipadapatim means, Dipada means those who have two legs. Humans have two legs. Patim, Dipadapatim means those who are kings. And not only those who are kings, but who are the demigods. And these demigods are running after whom? They are running after goddess of fortune. And goddess of fortune doesn't care them. And then Krishna, what does he do? Neither he cares for the humans and the kings of the humans. The humans are running after the kings of the humans. And the kings of the humans are running behind the demigods. And the demigods are running behind Lakshmi. Isn't it? And Krishna cares for none. Ultimately, Lakshmi is running after Krishna. Just see, this is what is happening. Everybody is running after someone. So all the humans, the Naras, they are saying, oh Narapati, oh minister, oh chief minister, oh prime minister, all these things going on. And these ministers, they are running after, these kings are running after the demigods. Oh Indra, oh Shiva, oh Ganesha, they are running after the demigods. And these demigods are running after whom? Their demigods are running after Lakshmi. Lakshmi, please show Kripa Kataksha. Because your Kripa Kataksha, what we can do? We want all the shreyas from you. And where is Lakshmi running off? Lakshmi is running behind Krishna. Narayana. Lakshmi is running after Krishna. And na bhajati, Krishna doesn't even care for Lakshmi. This is what happens in this world. If you run after someone other than Krishna, you may be thinking that person will do something to me, but they don't care. The people are running after the king will do something. He himself is having a problem. He is also running after someone. You are dependent on somebody who is dependent on somebody who is dependent on somebody. In this way it goes on. So just don't be dependent on anybody in this world. Just be dependent on Krishna, Guru Krishna, that's all, nothing else. So nobody cares. Na bhajati. So the king, when the citizens are running after the king with great expectation, the king is not bothered about them. Na bhajati. The king is running after the demigods. The demigods are not bothered about the king. And the demigods are running after Lakshmi. Lakshmi is not bothered about demigods. And now Lakshmi is running after Krishna, and Krishna is not bothered about her. So you may say, okay, it is understood that kings are not bothered about the citizens, and the demigods are not bothered about the kings, and Lakshmi may not be bothered about the demigods. Why is it so that Krishna is na bhajati to Lakshmi also? That is the question here. The question is that why is it so that Krishna is not even bothered about Lakshmi? Let us discuss about this interesting point and then go in the further discussion of the other part of the verse, which says, Swapurna api bhrityavargatantraha. Swapurna api bhrityavargatantraha. So because of his Swapurnata, being self-satisfied, because he being Atmarama, he doesn't care, he doesn't bother. He's casual. Krishna is very casual in his approach. He's not bothered, but he's carefree, a carefree person. He holds the katha, is like just like this, carefree. It doesn't bother. He's very casual. That is a mood of Krishna. He's always engrossed in Leela. He's not bothered about anything. Because he's self-satisfied. He's not dependent on something else for his satisfaction. But the same Krishna who is self-satisfied, who is Atma Rama, becomes crazy. He becomes completely crazy and feels himself dependent on his devotees. He feels that he's completely controlled by his devotees. If the devotees don't control him, he goes mad. When devotees control him, he gets some satisfaction. That's the nature of Krishna. So exactly opposite. Just see, somebody is running after him. Krishna says, okay, I don't care for you. And the same Krishna, what is he doing? He is running after the devotees. And even though the devotees are chastising him, they are just abusing him, but still he is so happy about it. And these great demigods are glorifying Krishna. So this is the paradox which Krishna has. This is the achintya swabhava of Krishna. That is, contradiction is naturally present in him. There is no astonishment in contradiction existing in Krishna very naturally. What is that contradiction? That contradiction Krishna showed in Damodar Leela. We know it very well. What is the contradiction? He feeds everybody in the world, but he feels hungry. And he shantakaram, at the same time, he gets angry. Isn't it? Now just see, he is somebody whom we cannot be caught. Apnuman purumarshad, dhavato anyan, natyatistat. Ishavashamna says that. Demigods are running behind Krishna and they cannot catch him. The yogis are trying to find Krishna with their mind. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo. Vayorathavi manaso manipungavana. They cannot even reach the outskirts of the lotus feet of Krishna. And that Krishna is caught by Yashoda. So another contradiction. How is it possible that even who cannot be caught by mind is caught by Yashoda? Okay, now one who binds everybody in this world by the three modes of nature, isn't it? Everybody is bound with modes of nature. He becomes bound. Just see what kind of contradiction. In one Leela, so many contradictions are seen. These contradictions are naturally harmonized in Krishna. That is why he is absolute truth. Absolute truth is divine in whom, is defined as in whom the contradictions are very naturally harmonized. Viruddha samanyam tasmin chitram. Viruddha. Viruddha means what? Opposites. Samanyam, they are harmonized. Samanvaya. Viruddha samanyam tasmin chitram. In that there is no astonishment. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he quotes this sutra in the Tattva Sutras. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes 50 sutras called Tattva Sutras. These sutras are like a key to open the verses of Bhagavatam. So there, Viruddha Samanyam Tasminna Chitram. Tasmin in him, Samanya, Viruddha, or opposites becomes harmonized. So you say anything about Krishna, the opposite is also true. Viruddha Samanyam, you say anything about Krishna, opposite is true. If you say Krishna is the greater than the greatest, the opposite is what? Smaller than small. That is also true. Anuraniyam, Mahato Maniyam. Whatever you say about Krishna, you say Krishna is Atma Rama. At the same time, he starts crying. Just see, the Atma Rama is crying in front of Yashoda. Now, Krishna, just by Yad Vibhetim Swayam Bhayam, just by Yannama Vishogunam, Tasadyamucheta Yad Vibhetim Swayam Bhayam, just by the name of Krishna, the fear itself is afraid. Now, the same Krishna is afraid of Yashoda. There is another contradiction. 8 contradictions are there in one pastime. And the final contradiction is more amazing. What is that? All the Brahmandas are in his body. At the same time, he is in that Brahmanda. How is it possible? Huh? Ajopi sannavya atma, bhutanam ishwaropi san. Ajopi sannavya atma. He is ajaha, but still is born. The unborn is born. If you see the entire scriptures, you will find this prameya or this object to be known, that is prameya, that is viruddha samanyam tasminna chitram, that is contradictions are mutually harmonized in Krishna, that is found like a current passing through every verse of the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam or any Vedic literature. So that has to be identified. So that is what is very clearly explained here. In the first half, because of his what? Swapurnaha, he doesn't na bhajati. The same fine, in spite of he being Swapurnaha, Nijavritya Vargatantraha, is completely controlled in spite of he being complete. So what about Lakshmi? So let us go to Chaitanya Charitamrita and see what about Lakshmi. So now here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having a discussion with Venkata Bhatta in Srirangam on his South India tour. We all know that. So sometimes they had a Hasya Parihasya because Sakhyara Swabhav. Hasya Parihase Sakhyara Swabhav. For friendship, Hasya Parihasya Sakhyara Savardhanam. Tadana Bhayam Matsalya Rasavardhanam. Like Tadana Bhayam. The Yashoda is coming to beat him. Krishna is afraid. Because that fear it nourishes Vatsal Rasa. Like we all in our childhood, we used to speak, Arey, I have to go home. Your friend asks, hey, why you have to go home? No, mummy maregi. Isn't it? So that, actually, that Vatsal Rasavardhanam, that is Tadana Bhayam, Vatsal Rasavardhanam. That is why Krishna becomes afraid. The fear he shows, he experienced that fear because that without that fear, that Vatsal Rasa cannot be experienced. Because one of the reasons of Krishna performing this pastime of Tambandhan Leela is performed to drink the Vatsal Rasa, Vishuddha Vatsalya Prema Rasa. And also make Yashoda drink that Vishuddha Vatsalya Prema Rasa. That is the purpose of it. And how will that happen without bhaya, without fear? With fire. In the same way here, if 2 friends meet, what is the first thing they say? They joke with each other. Peacefully both are sitting. And friendship has to be nourished. Then something has to happen. Other one friend do something like this. Isn't it? And yeah, why did you do something? They joke with each other. They have to do, then only, otherwise it will be so monotonous. Friendship will not nourish. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had Sakhya with Venkata Bhatta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Venkata Bhatta, you see, your Lakshmi always in the chest of Narayana, and she is most chaste person in the entire world. She just doesn't bother for anyone. The whole world is after her, but she just doesn't care for it. She is only after Narayana. See, but what is this? What makes her give up Narayana and then long to come and associate with Krishna? And she has given up her chastity. Just imagine giving up her husband and going to some boy to dance with him. What kind of Lakshmi she is? She is known as chaste. And how? Why she gave the chastity? Just to associate with Krishna, Lakshmi gave Vaikunta. And when now she is doing tapasya in Beluvan even till today to attain Krishna. That is what even the Bhagavatam says that Tasyanubhavosya nadeva vidmahe tavangri renos parashadikakaraha yadvanchaya shri lalalancharatapo yadvanchaya. for the desire to attain Krishna. Because of that, she is doing tapasya. Vihaya kaman suchiran dradavrataha. Vihaya kaman, giving up all her desires, suchiran dradavrataha. She is following that great vow. Then Venkatapata told Lord Chaitanya, why are you joking like this? Now Krishna and Narayana both are one only. And in this way, both are actually one. So Lakshmi giving up Narayana and going to Krishna is not a fault in her. There is no question of she giving up her chastity, because Krishna and Narayana both are one and the same personality. But that is difference is there. The difference is in rasa. Siddhanto abhedopi Shri Krishna Swarupayoho. Siddhantopi abhedopi. Siddhantastu abhedopi. In Siddhanta there is no Bheda. There is no distinction in Krishna and Narayana. Both are same. Shri Isha Krishna Yoho. Krishna Swarupayoho. Shri Isha means Narayana. And Krishna Swarupa. In these two Swarupas of Narayana and Krishna, there is no distinction based on Siddhanta. But Rasenot Krishyate Krishna. But in Krishna, there is a tremendous utkarsha in rasa. That which is not manifested in Narayana. So, Rupam Yesha Rasa Sthitihi. This is the sthiti of rasa. This is the nature of rasa. So, he quotes this thing. Then there is no point in saying that Lakshmi gave up her chastity to go to Krishna, because both are one and the same. Mother Lakshmi, she is goddess of fortune, and she can go to Krishna and enjoy with him. What is the problem? Because she is husband of Narayana, who is in the form of Krishna now. Then Lord Chaitanya told, yeah, I am not saying she is at fault. Who said she is at fault? I am just telling that if Krishna and Narayana both are one and same, and Lakshmi gave up Narayana, go to Krishna, and Narayana in the form of Krishna should have accepted her in the Ras Leela, why Krishna did not accept her? Isn't it? Same name, same person, isn't it? You are saying Krishna and Narayana are same, okay, accepted. Now, Lakshmi gave up Narayana to go to Krishna. If Krishna and Narayana are same, Narayana in the form of Krishna should have what he should have done? Oh, Lakshmi, come, let us dance. He should have told that. But he did not do that. And also, why I'm only just speaking scripture. Bhagavatam clearly says, Nayam Shriyonga Unitantarate Prasadaha Sarvoshitam Nalinagandha Rujam Kutunya Rasotsave Syad Bhujadanda Grihita Kanta Labdha Shisham Yadudagata Vraja Sundarinam. So the Bhagavatam says that what Bhagya the gopis got, even Lakshmi did not get. If Lakshmi did not get, then how can the Swarayoshitam, how do you think that the demigoddesses, the goddesses in heaven, they can get the fortune? Oh, forget about it. What to speak of Anyan? What about the other women of this world? So what is that fortune which Krishna gave to the gopis, but he did not give to Lakshmi? That fortune is what? Rasotsave. In the Rasotsava, Bhujadanda Grihita Kanta. Bhujadanda means with his hands. Krishna caught hold of the hands of the gopis and he danced with them. Svajasundari Varajasundaris, he danced with them. But that he did not get. That fortune he did not give to whom? He did not give to Lakshmi. So he went on saying that you can tell me why goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, could not enter the Ras Leela, because there are some other verses which say that even simple women who are Shrutichari gopis, those who are the personification of the Vedic mantras, they attained Krishna. They could participate in the Ras Leela. Lakshmi could not attain. Definitely Lakshmi is far superior to the Shruti mantras. She is actually personification of Shruti mantras. But each Shruti mantra, their personified forms, they attained Krishna in Ras Leela. Whereas Lakshmi could not attain. You know what is the reason? The reason is very simple. Ramya, Kvajitupasana, Vrajavadu, these Shrutichari gopis, they in their prayers, prayers of the Vedas personified, one of the chapters in the Bhagavatam, Durantapar, very difficult to cross over that chapter. Very, very, very intricate. Nibrityanarmano kshadada yoga yujo yudhihnyam munayah upasate dadaryo peyusmara smaranat striya uraga endra bhoja bhuja janda vishaktadhiyo vayamepite samaha samadrishongri saroja sudha. So the Suchitari gopis, they say, the gopis being attracted by the beauty of Krishna, they had only one desire, to embrace Krishna, and that was the only desire which they have. And that is why we surrendered to the gopis. We have completely surrendered our life to the gopis. And we also want to attain the nectar of lotus lips of Krishna as the gopis attain. So this was a prayer. So they followed the footsteps of the gopis, so they could attain. Whereas Lakshmi is saying, why I am fiend. And these are just some cowed women carrying cow dung on their head. I am Lakshmi. Why I should follow in their footsteps? Their footsteps is full of cow dung and urine. What is this? What is this? It's all gobar. What gobar? So somebody from the city may say, "Arey, to gobar uthata hai." He's all gobar uthata hai. Gaon ka gobar uthata hai. He's lifting cow dung. He's lifting cow dung. What are you doing? What are you doing? In a chemical factory, you're lifting chemical. As if you've done something great. You're smelling pig and dog stool on the road. So it's crazy. So now here, Lakshmi is also thinking like that, I'm so superior, I'm from Vaikunta, I just came from Vaikunta and now I want to dance with Krishna, and why should follow the footsteps of these gopis? So that was the problem. And later on, after hearing this, Venkatavada said, "Oh, please don't talk like this. I am an ordinary person, limited intelligence. I'm completely agitated. My mind is agitated by hearing to all these things. You are the Supreme Lord." He goes on talking about his own tucha. Now, coming back to the point here, that is, na bhajati nijabritya varga tantra. Why? Krishna is so busy. Why he doesn't care for these people, for even Lakshmi? Why he doesn't care for the demigods, nor the kings, nor the ordinary humans? Why? What is the reason? Because he is controlled by the devotees. He is controlled, totally controlled by his devotees. So that is why this verse talks about how Krishna is controlled by his devotees. Why? Who controls you? You may say somebody who loves me controls. Of course, there may be people who love you, but you're not controlled by everyone. But you're controlled by that person who considers you as their property. Who consider the possessiveness, extreme possessiveness. Only Krishna is controlled by them. Who has that possessiveness? How do you express your possessiveness? You are mine. That kind of intimacy, Srimati Radharani and the gopis, the Vrajavasi have. They think Krishna is theirs and nobody else's. And Krishna is totally sold out to this mood which Srimati Radharani and all the gopis have. Where they say that, oh, Krishna belongs to me. Krishna is mine. There's one mood, I belong to Krishna. Other mood, Krishna is mine. So when the devotees, they have this possessiveness for Krishna and nobody else. Only Krishna is mine and nobody else is mine. Krishna also develops that possessiveness to that devotee, saying that, yes, you are mine, I belong, it doesn't belong to anybody else. So, the dependency of devotees on Krishna, what kind of devotees? Prema Bhaktas on Krishna, and the dependence of Krishna on the Prema Bhaktis, that is described in this particular verse to show the nature of Krishna. He shows his Swarupa. What is the Swarupa? The Swarupa is nothing but Yesha Rasastitihi, Rasajnata. He drinks and makes others drink the rasa. Like somebody may say, when Yashoda lifted the stick to beat Krishna, and Krishna became very fearful. Now somebody may say, actually Krishna is not fearful. He is trying to act as if he is fearful. Why he should be afraid? So this is one of the explanations given by some, even Vaishnavas, but another Sampradaya. But for them, Krishna is telling, you're all cheated. You cannot understand. That is why Damodarashtakam says, what does it say? Tadiyeshu tagneshu bhakterjitatvam bhakteva baddham. I am only conquered by my devotees. I am only bound my devotees. What kind of devotees? Premi bhaktas. And Krishna want to tell to the entire world, I am only bound by my Premi bhaktas, Vrajavasis, not by others. Especially you want to tell this point to whom? Tadiyeshu dagneshu, the Dwarakavasis. So Krishna want to tell the Dwarakavasis, see, I am not bound by you. I am only bound by the Vrajavasis. That is why Tadiyeshu dagneshu. Let me take you all to Udupi. So you see the deity of Udupi very well, nicely. And that deity is heralding the same thing, what Damodarashtakam says. We know in Dwaraka, Devaki was there. She's quite old now, but still she used to trouble Krishna every day and tell Krishna, what is this what you have done, just see, you are my child, you are my son. And now the childhood pastimes of yours, every mother has the desire to relish the childhood pastimes of every son. Now you did not give me that fortune. You went to Vraja. I want that you become a child again. And Krishna told, see, Yashoda only could tolerate me. You could not have tolerated. You know what all I did? The pranks I did, only Yashoda could tolerate, you could not. What you said? Only Yashoda could tolerate. What? I am your mother. I can tolerate something more than what you could do to Yashoda. And Krishna told, okay, try out. So he created an atmosphere of Gokul. And who is churning the butter there? Devaki. And all of a sudden Krishna comes and pulls her sari, runs here, and then just doing a havoc there. Running here, there, pushing her. She's totally fed up. And then she shouts at him, get lost, you idiot. Then, what did you say? Let me see. He came and then took the churning rod in one hand, the churning rope in the other hand, and he started running. And behind him, who is running? Devaki is running. There Yashoda ran. Here Devaki is running in Dwaraka. She is running behind and Krishna is running ahead. Ran and ran and ran. But Yashoda, look at Dhaman. Paramishtamattyanta tato gopya. Because she is a gopi, she could catch Krishna. But she is not a gopi. Who is? Devaki is not a gopi. She could not catch. She fell down like this. Enough. I am tired. Now I am exhausted. Stop this. I am fed up now. Oh. And then she got exhausted and then she started running like this. Then Krishna stood with a churning rod in one hand, the rope in another hand, and started laughing. Acha, Yashoda banna chahti ho? Tadiyeshu dagneshu. For those tadiyas, those who have this Aishwarya Jnana Vishwavatsalya, for those Krishna showed that bhakte jitatvam, I am conquered by my devotees in the Vraja, not by those who are in Dwaraka or Vaikuntha or any other place. I am conquered by this. That is why the word Bhrutya Varga Tantraha can also refer to control. And how do you control? Control by a plan. And Tantra also refers rope also. Tantra also refers rope. I am controlled by the rope. Some of this verse is talking about Damodar also. His kai bound, Yashoda bind me, but he could not bind. So he has the rope in his hand and the churning rod in his other hand and stood. At that time, Rukmini came and told, oh, my dear Lord, you are so beautiful. You stay as if like this only. You are more beautiful like this as a cowherd boy than you are as a king of Dwarkadish. And after seeing this beautiful form of yours as a cowherd boy, I don't like to see the form of Dwarkadish now anymore. And Krishna told him, this is Dwaraka. And just see, I take the churning rod and the rope, a cowherd boy, what will people think about me? Anyway, since you are loving this form, you are in love with this form, so then I give a deity of this to worship. So Rukmini worshipped the deity, and that deity was left behind. And after many years, Dwaraka drowned, and then the deity was enveloped in completely in Chandan, Gopi Chandan. And Madhvacharya, just about 800 years back, Madhvacharya came, and to accept service from Madhvacharya, the Lord came. That is why Madhvacharya in his Dwadash Stotra, he refers to the deity as Gokula Chandra. Vrindavananjana Gokula Chandra. Devaki Nandan Anna Kumara. Vrindavananjana Gokula Chandra. He says Gokula Chandra. This deity is from where? Gokula Chandra. And later on, he talks about, like we have Vrindavan Chandra, this is Krishna in Udupi is known as Gokula Chandra. That is why this pastime happened there. So, Raupa Pita, Kritalayam, Harimalayam. He gave Dwaraka and came to Udupi to accept this service to Madhvacharya to show that I can only be bound by my praying bhaktas. Udupi is called Dakshina Vrindavan for that. So, in this way, the last line says, Katam. I'm not going to go to those different technicalities of bhava, vibhava, and all these things, but ultimately, it is the nature of prema. It is the nature of love to control Krishna. So love cannot directly control Krishna. That is why love takes, the Krishna prema takes the shelter of the heart of a devotee, through which the love controls Krishna. And Krishna likes to be controlled by his prema bhaktas. And now somebody may say that he likes, that is why he's getting bound. No. Eshave rasastiti. It is not some drama. It is reality. Yes, Krishna cries is a reality. It is not a drama. Krishna, yes, is afraid. That is not a drama. It is a reality. And Krishna is controlled by devotees, and he feels that I am controlled. So that is a reality. And on to such Krishna, what is that last line says? How can a devotee reject katamam udvrishjet puman kritagnaha? Puman kritagnaha. How can a devotee reject the Supreme Lord? Such a Lord who is kritagnaha, who becomes bound by the love of his devotees. Can the devotees reject or what? As much as Krishna cannot reject his devotees for their love, devotees cannot reject Krishna for his kritagnyata. Kritagnya means to remember what has been done to you. Unfortunately, we don't even remember this word kritagnyata. What to speak of remembering an action done to you or a favor done to you throughout life, next life also. Even remembering the actions, forget, even we have forgotten the principle also. There is nothing like kritagnyata. You know why? Because we have been taught to say thank you and forget. Anybody does some favor to you, what do you say? Thank you, Prabhu. And after a year or so, the person says, Prabhu, do you remember me? I don't know who you are. I remember. You remember, Prabhuji, I had given you prasad from Vrindavan. Oh, no, I remember. I told you thank you, na? I told thanks over, no? So, that's how this idiotic British culture has done to us. They forgot this name, forgot these words of Kritagyata. Lord, even though you do one activity, just one obeisance, that's all. Just that's enough. Even you think, he remembers, oh, he thought about me. Even if you don't think, somebody goes in front of the temple also. Krishna thinks, oh, he went in front of the temple, maybe tomorrow he may come. So that is how the Lord, and such a Lord who can forget, who can reject, how anybody can reject. Katam means it's not possible, it's impossible. So when it is impossible, when you know the nature of Krishna, when you know the heart of Krishna, when you know the heart of Krishna, it's impossible to reject Krishna. Impossible. But if you just know the actions of Krishna, you may reject him. If you know just Krishna is God, you may reject him. But if you know the heart of Krishna, you can never reject him. So that is why one should know the heart of Krishna, which is spoken very in a very subtle way in the Bhagavatam. but especially it is very explicitly spoken in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when we read the Chaitanya Charitamrita and understand the heart of Krishna, mood of Krishna, katam misujjet, even if you want to give up, you cannot give up. Even if you want to give up, you cannot give up. So that means it's impossible to give up Krishna. That's the pramayas. That are the points which in this particular verse. We stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any questions? I think no questions. Shil Prabhupada ki jai.